see. Hit this. Wait a minute. No, now I'm lost. Okay, now I'm not. Now I'm lost. Now I'm not. I don't know what I'm today. I when I put down the title of my stream today, it did look a little strange because it says Farm Together 2, 4 days to go. So I kind of separated it with an asterisk only because I thought it would make sense, because Farm Together 24. No, no. And I apologize. I haven't been on for a few days. I've been kind of busy. Matter of fact, my farm was getting kind of funky, but um, my farm was, I had my farm down and then I put it back up. And I don't know if it was from my end or the server. I have no clue. But it was down, so no big deal. Because a lot of times actually when my farm is down, when it goes down, it does well unless you look at it. Because sometimes like it'll say you've been disconnected or whatever, or sometimes it'll get that red warning that something's going on, but then it never happens, so I don't give it a thought. You know, it's like when I leave the game on, I don't. I probably should. I don't refresh it. That's what I don't do, but I probably should start doing that. Is just kind of refreshing it. Um, Only because whatever wherever it's at on when it's on, you know because for the obvious reason I never have a problem with it if I'm offline. And I have it set to private, by the way, guys. Just an FYI. I decided I wanted to get some of my farm done, but I've got a bunch of quests to do. That's a done deal here. But I came up with a few ideas how I would like to basically take the place of on my first farm. What I'd like to probably end up doing is, how I've got all those zebras. Well, I'm obviously going to take those away. So what I was thinking about doing was taking those away. Ooh, why are those still? Well, that's a 2-day thing. That's why. Okay, so I have quests over. I passed it. Oh, yeah. But what I was kind of thinking was, uh, in replacing them, which I know people aren't going to bother. I mean, they may or may not. But what I was thinking about doing at the time, when I was like looking at them, like, what can I put up there? I'm going to try it again, but I won't put so many. I'll probably do like 535, which would make sense. We have a lot of the event. How can I put it? We have a lot of those event items, like they'll give you confetti, they'll give you puzzle pieces. So I'm going to try it one more time. Oh, I don't have enough. You're kidding. That's a shame. So what I was thinking about doing was just maybe, doing like 535 of, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Yeah, you can. Okay. Like that's the original one that's, Kitty Tinkerbells. That's the one we got now. But see, what I was thinking about doing was, like, see, because it's kind of hard to get the puzzle pieces per se. And being that this is spring, so I was thinking, well, maybe I can set up a row with the eggs, a row with the strawberry dangos, the cake. Um, what else is there? Oh, yep, and the cat Tinkerbells. Um, and then, because those are all spring. I don't think there was anything else. Let me just double check. And you could tell that they are a an event item that you got from the event. Oh, okay. For example, like this is the fall one for creepy pumpkins. Romantic balloons is winter, and then this one is winter. This one's summer. Um, so I was kind of thinking maybe just do that in place of all the zebras because I'm not going to have a bazillion zebras on my farm. So that's what I was kind of thinking is just put those up in place. And if people want to do them, that's fine. If people don't want to do them, that's fine too. I just kind of felt like because we have those. I have those kitty Tinkerbells up, for example, and I'm thinking, um, and I tested this out today. Um, I was thinking maybe doing some rows of the event items that you get after each event. That was one of the things that I was going to do, and also with my zebras, those are definitely going to go. Um, the thing is, I might either put some stuff there that's I can use. I mean, because I can still put the lettuce down, which I plan on doing. Now, here's what I was saying earlier, but like what I tested out, and I thought, you know what? I took because she's level 3. What level is she? She's level. I'll tell you in 2 seconds, guys. Okay, she's level 306, 306. And her favor is 107. No, well, I'm sorry. It's 101. I mean, that's her cap right now for her level. And then her farm that she's on, well, the farm that she has is level 342. Um, oh, great. But that's okay. So what I decided to go ahead and do is I thought, because like today, what I did was I hopped on the farm and I had her get on the farm too, and she did all the event stuff for me, which was nice. Well, I did it for her. I did it. I just kind of like took this character, set it aside, out of sight, out of mind, and then basically used that character, hopped on the farm, and I just wanted to see the difference with the favor because that character is level 306. Okay. But her favor is 101. That's her favor straight out. So that's what I decided to do. And you know what? It worked. I mean, I had her do a row of corn, for example, because, there's that controversial issue about the favor and yada, yada, yada. But, it was an amazing thing, even though uh, she really didn't earn any favor. I don't know why that was, but that's okay. Oh, yes, she did. I'm sorry, she did. Because she had the other favor that was kind of overlapping from the event. So it didn't matter. I just wanted to test it out and see, how indifferent it was. And honestly, when I did the corn, it seemed like she was getting favor faster. Don't ask me why. See, my favor is obviously exceeded the amount that I should typically have, but because of the event, I have 836 over 206. You see? So, I still get I still get favor. I was still getting favor for her. So because I wanted to just see, like, was I getting it just as fast, just as slow, or, how did that work? So what I might do is, but I don't have and I don't have a donkey farm up. So what I might do is put up, you know, the corn just to have it there and lettuce. So if a person wants to do corn or lettuce, it'll be there. And plus, I can still work on my corn, getting it leveled up to level. I think it's still on 8, but it would help. You know what I'm saying? If I can get it up to level 10, I'll be doing fine. Where is the gas pump? I don't know. It's pretty close by. It should be, right? Um. So there's that. So no, I just wanted to test it out just to see, if there was a difference. And I did notice a difference that I was getting just as much favor on my corn as opposed to the lettuce. So I might just put up some rows of corn. I think definitely I'll do that. So what I might do is just put leave the lettuce, put the lettuce back where it was. I think I had it at 5,000. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the corn because at least, with any hope, I can get the corn leveled up, to, so I can get a prestige to level 10. I mean, that's the whole thing. I just want to get it to prestige level 10, obviously, then that'll be the end of it. And I think it's still level 8. The corn is anyway. And, I don't have. I mean, see, I only chose the ones that I felt was important as far as the crops are concerned. And then I kind of added a few here and there and stuff. But here's what I kind of did. Available. Let me do it this way. Resource. Okay. So obviously my lettuce, see, look at that. It's level 7, but it's prestige to 7. And where is that other one? See, you won't be able to see it until. Okay, so no matter what I'm going to do is here. See, like my corn is 8, level 72. And I kind of sort of started on my wheat, but the wheat takes an hour and 15 minutes, or actually 37 minutes. I was kind of playing around with that. This one here is a late sleep bloomer because I did this one here and it's prestige at 6. And I don't know, it seemed like the tomatoes were like these ones in comparison to this one. I don't know, it seemed like this one it was easier to do. And so there's that. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to put there in place of, obviously the crops that I'm for there, so I can save it at least for the next event that's coming. Because what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to, just rip everything up with the exception of the zebras. I'm going to remove all those zebras. I don't need 16,000 zebras. Who does that? Me. So what I might end up doing is, and again, it's looking at the groups of what I need. So what I might end up doing is putting down 535 cows, 535, goats, because milk is something that you need the most of. You see what I'm saying? And so I think I'm going to go that route, is just to do the cows. And I don't really want to do the feathers. I mean, I don't feel the need. Chickens, well, there is a chicken. Really, I am really low on fish, and I don't know why. That's horrible. But, I mean, that's how I kind of decided to do that. Today I'm surprising myself doing flowers again today. Yeah. And I don't normally do them all the time, but I do need flowers. So, what the heck? See, and the reason why I have such a small supply of all these things, it's called upgrading your shops. So therefore, when you're upgrading your shops, you know what happens. You lose everything. But, I try to do it where I have a lot of crops and things like that because that's the only drawback when you're upgrading your shops. But I want to work on something like when it comes to the event farm. I want to put stuff out there that's going to help generate well, I guess the confetti as well, but I want to have it up there so that it can generate more puzzle pieces because I mean, I just think, because we don't, I mean, even though, yes, we do have enough, to put out there for the puzzle pieces, it's just that I don't physically have the time to, you know, keep going back and forth, and planting it. And being that farm was meant to be from the event farm, and then when the event's done, I convert it back to being an event farm. So my thinking is, why not see if people, bite? And when it comes to where all those zebras are, well, I could probably put some flowers there, you know. And maybe people will come there and harvest my flowers. I don't know. I will probably put some poinsettias in its place. Um, and probably what I'll do is because it's 16,000, by the way, I might just put down like 8,000 pink ones and 8,000 the gold ones, so at least, they're there. And it will give somebody XP. Um, and whether you use your favor or not for the flowers, it's totally up to you, I'm not going to boot you if you, just go there. But the thing is, when you do use your boost for flowers on anybody's farm, you do double the XP, okay, for yourself. Um, that's on the plus side. And check it out for yourself, too. It's like, see, none of these flowers are watered. And the thing is, I'm going to convert this farm. I have to move things around, but I'm going to do it later, later, later. I'm not going to do it right now. The farm I want to work on the most is my second farm, where it's got the animals and the crops. And what I'm going to plan on doing that is I'm going to definitely extend my animals to 250 and the crops to, I'd have to look now back at the other farm to see what I did. Because I've been testing it out to see, what's good with, what works with 250, let's say, of each animal. So, because I just have a feeling that if I try doing it with the 144, it's just not going to work. I think if I put down, let's say, I think it was 402. So let's say if I put down 400 of each, the crops that I want to put down, that'll be workable. Especially if I just do it, like two. I can do two rows of 400, which would be 800, or I could just do a flat out 800 and be done with it. But I think it's 402, so I want to say it's going to be probably 804. But we'll see when I start working it. Um, because basically it's going to come down to, as much as I don't want to, because I have to move things around in the trees and everything else. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to recycle that farm and then, lay out the animals. I mean, I know for some of you people, it's time consuming. I totally get it. And it can be. I don't mind if I have to spend a couple hours having to set it up because it doesn't really, for me, doesn't take that long because I already know in my head what I'm going to put and where I'm going to put them and how many. See, and I think that's the thing. It's like, it's either you put too many down or you don't put enough down. But I'm going to work it so that way you can see what it's like to do a farm with, let's say, 250 animals of each. And then after that, kind of match it up with the crops doing the 800. And I know you're thinking, well, that's a lot. Actually, no, it's really not. And I know and it also it would help you in the long run because um, there are certain crops that are really good to use, and I know that they're slow going, but they also are good to use um, for your animals. Um, and as far as the trees are concerned, well, you know the reason behind that is like they're always full. I'm surprised that well, it's because I haven't been on my other farm that long. But I mean, just the other night I was kind of like doing something totally different. And then I couldn't help but look at my trees, specifically the spice trees, and I'm like, oh God, I got to go over there and, I got to go in town and trade them in, you know. But when people want to try to earn their ribbons, I get it. And diamonds, I know when you're first starting out, I mean, those are the two biggest things that everybody needs. So, and to save you some money, very seriously, this is how I look at it. To save you some money, you just need two spice trees. You have one worker on each. It's 575, and mine's are already P10, and it did take a while to do that. But you know something? If if you have it set up in such a way, because actually what I did was because I'm mainly on my first farm, um, I put them there. And that's the other decision you have to make. You have to make is like which farm are you going to be utilizing the most? Like especially if you have people that want to come to your farm, which farm are you going to use the most? I plan on trying to do my first farm the most, but I want to make it so that way I'm not sitting there idly doing nothing while my workers are just, doing their thing with the trees and stuff like that. I want to try to get it together, with other things. And I think, too, whether people do it or not, it's like, I want to put stuff down that um, gives me the puzzle pieces. And granted, I know that with like anything else, um, with the puzzle pieces, when you trade it into the shop, I mean, obviously you're not going to get as many ribbons as you would diamonds, but still, um, I think if you had you set it up where, even if you're doing it, because I mean, I guess in the picture world, perfect world of farm hands, you'd want to have all your farm hands there. But then the thing is, what would be the point? If you had all farm hands working on that farm, what would be the point? What would be you know what I mean? It's like because it was a suggestion made, and I just didn't see the point of having. Because basically, you're not playing the game; your farm hands are. When you kind of think about it, your farm hands are playing your game. And sure, I use well, see, I don't have any here. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I do. I only have two farm hands on this farm, and only because they do the fish, and that's it. And they just do the main fish. They don't do any other fish but the first original ones that we got. And that's all they do. And that's the way it is. And I really don't have any plans for this farm yet. I mean, even though, yes, I mean, I love the idea that I can come here, harvest my flowers, and the guys are over there, the farm hands, they're doing every single pineapple tree in the game. Okay. And then I have my other guys over here doing all the normal, regular type fish that, we originally had gotten in the game. That's the only thing that I would do. So there's that. But I like that idea. Oh, how come? Oh, I gotta go back down here. I love these. I love these flowers right here. I do the Venus flytraps. And look at that. I'm still waiting for them to V5. And I really thought that they'd be a fast, but they are a little bit, but not by much. This time around, I made sure, because well, on my other farm, I messed up really bad. The fly traps, we got these from the Gothic pack. Why? Oh, why am I? Ah, crap! I gotta go down. It's gonna ask me for. It's gonna ask me for a quest. See, because my flowers are really low. I did the machines today, and the flowers are low, so I gotta get them kind of up to speed a little bit. And that, did I do it here? No, I did it on my other farm, second farm. And there is that slow going. Let me see. Yeah, like I like these magical or the hydrangeas. I do like the flowers; they're very pretty. So I'm stuck with that, but that's okay. And I prestiged them. Did I do it? Well, I didn't really. I went prestige them all, but you know what? It kind of wasn't worth it. I mean, it wasn't worth it because they're slow. I thought they'd be fast because they were new flowers, but I guess I was wrong. And no, people, you do not have to water your flowers to make them grow faster because that's not going to happen. Oh my gosh, how did I miss that? Okay, I will go over there and redo them. Yeah. The only thing that when you put sprinkles on your flowers, and again, I'm not going to do it right now until I really come to a decision as to how many flowers I want to have on my farm. Because right now, let me see, pink hydrangeas, let me look. Right now, I think I have a low amount of them. Yeah, they're like 200, and I mean, I suppose I could go 300, I don't know, or maybe, yeah, 300. 300's okay. I just don't want to go crazy getting back into doing, 400 or more of those flowers. I think for me, anyway, the max amount of flowers I want to put down is probably 300, and that's it. That's it. Um, yeah, that's all I want to do. It's just that many. Um, See, I skipped that. Maybe it's because I. Okay, go over here. Wait a minute. Is it this row? Nope. Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sitting here looking at it like, why am I? Okay, now I'm good. Eventually, because I think sometimes people don't like doing flowers. Well, just these normal ones here anyway. I think the reason why people don't like doing these flowers is because when they see them not watered, they're not going to get a whole heck of a lot of XP, and I get it, you know what I mean? So, um, but what I probably will end up doing when I have the amount of the flowers that I want, then that's probably when I'll do it. I'm not going to do it beforehand. I just want to, I think I'll just go with 300. And I'm thinking, do I have to move? And that's the other thing, too. If you look up there, like on the top, um, I don't really want to open that top wall because I have the top wall and the wall to the right closed off. I haven't opened that yet, and I really don't. I don't plan on opening them unless I come up with a decision of how I want to do this. Because the fish, they're sufficient. They do what needs to get done. And again, I think it's because the lack of my being on this particular farm, that's why my fish are so low. But I also did, I did some upgrading of shops, and it just drained all the stuff. Look at that. It just drained it, including my tea over there. Oh my gosh. Now, I did get the pineapple kind of sort of up to speed, but then when you look at my fish, it hit my fish pretty hard. Yeah. So I'm forced to harvest my flowers. Yeah. There's always that, you know. And now you're probably saying, why don't you like harvesting flowers? I don't know. But I mean, I know flowers, excuse me, give me the XP that I should be getting, but I don't know, I avoid the inevitable. But I do get sufficient, XP, when I do my crops and when I do my animals. I don't do trees, even though I will do them. But when I've got my workers on them, I don't even worry about them anymore because all my trees are covered in the game. And you can see that because, I mean, I've had a lovely person say, hey, do you know that this is full and that's full? Yep. And the reason being is because if I have my workers on there and they're getting paid, it's like an hour, certain things get full. And I go over to where I get ribbons from and I cash in every time. No fail. It's like I have no idea what I'm going to do with all these houses. None whatsoever. So, there's that. So this will basically be the last on my list to... I mean... I'd have to really physically see... I mean, setting like this farm up for basically pineapple trees and flowers and fish, it's easy peasy. Easy peasy. And I did set them up vertically. And see, and that's how I got that snuck in so it would stay into the 400 mark. But I realize now, though, if I go horizontally, I will get more flowers put down. Definitely. So, that's where it's going to come into play. But I'm still going to do it from 400 of these and 400 of those. And then go that route. And then I hope I never have to bother with it again. But yeah, that's my plan. And that's what I'm sticking to, that's my plan. And the only reason why, for example, I have that house up in the top left corner is because in case I need to go over there and do some questing, really fast. Because, I mean, even though your workers are, doing their thing, I just hate it when I have to sit there and wait. So I go up there and do it myself. I get it done faster, like you get it done faster, you know what I mean? So there's that. But, yeah. And I know that they said that the Zen Pack was going to be coming out in August at some point. And it is coming to be the end of August. And I did get a chance to see Soy doing the house and stuff like that. So I don't know. It might be ready. It might not be ready. I did see that. So, it's my understanding. We're going to get flowers. I think 3 types. I'm pretty sure that's what was said. But like anything else, just got to wait and see. We are going to get a house out of the Zen pack. I did see them. So there's that. I watched Soy the other day, his video, and he was making the treehouse. I don't, when we played Farm Together 1, I honestly, I think I wasn't crazy or head over heels with their treehouse. It was, like, okay. But I don't know. I didn't really care for it, to be honest with you. I didn't care for it. There was one that was a skull with the water around it. Now, that wasn't too bad because you can incorporate that with the water, with water and stuff like that. Another one that they had too was the castle. And again, that was okay. So, you know. Um, yeah. So, there's that. I might start, I'm definitely going to start doing that with Ace, is doing the Farm Together 1 um, as a cooperative. So, do our thing kind of thing. Boy, that's going to be, gosh. It's like, I really enjoyed playing the first Farm Together, but oh, wow. I keep thinking about all the things that when you play that and then you play Farm Together 2, it's like it brings back all those memories of the painstakingly using your tractor and then and on this farm, by the way, it's going to be fresh and clean. So there, of course, is that. Oh no, I'm going to not make it to the other thing. See what I'm talking about? Maybe I could see if I could delete these, then I'd be fine. And then work it going horizontally. Yeah, I could do that. And just see what 400 is. Because I know a lot of people too, by the way, in case you want to know, or in case you didn't know. Sometimes people will leave your farm because of the way you've got it set up. Like, right now my flowers are horizontal. They're really not long lines. And I know that people like doing long lines because it's faster and quicker and easier for them when they do harvest. I honestly don't have a preference. It doesn't matter to me how a farm is set up because the only thing I'm there for is to get my favor and maybe a little XP, kind of thing. So it doesn't matter to me. Even though if you set it up vertically, no, horizontal wise, you do get more. Obviously. Because, whereas you have 1,000, over 1,000, and I showed that to you. You can do 535 and 534 or something like that. So, and it roughly comes out to 1,072, I think it is, or 1,074. That depends if you have the road, and you got to have the gas stations in there too. So I guess that depends. And by the way, when with Farm Together 1, you're not gonna get all that space. You know what I mean? You don't get a second farm. You do the farm that you run, and you work with that space, and that's the way it is. The flowers catching up at least a little bit. I suppose they are. Yeah. I'm still playing that Teddy's game. It's coming out pretty good. I've got the character up to level 20. I opened up the second floor. I have no clue what I'm going to put in there for the second floor stuff to sell. Oh, Teddy's Haven. I'm sorry. But you know the nice thing about that game is you're not on a timer. You can play it at your leisure. Um, you know what I mean? Like, it's unlike this game here where you have the 4 seasons and then, it's X amount of minutes or hours for something to get done. You put sprinklers and stuff like that. Teddy's Rest is not at all like that, or Teddy's Haven is not at all like that. Um, and basically, when you're first starting out, I would say the most important thing is when you go out foraging for berries and the minerals and the shards. The thing is, each season, which I discovered, does not have the same like berries, as you would call them. They're different ones for each season. Everything else stays the same. Like your shard does, your mining, everything like that stays the same. Though you do get different NPCs during the season when it changes. Um, and you do get 11 days, which is good. So there's that. So I plan on doing Teddy's maybe twice a week. I have to decide which day. So I'd hate to lose my Farm Together fans because, I'm switching over to a new game and I really like the game. So, but, I'll I'll definitely, keep you informed and things like that. Because I did look over a lot of the games, that Steam has. Some of them I just like, no, I don't want to do that one. And I even tried demos. Some were okay. Some were like, especially, you see, I like using my controller. And I ran across games that when you configure the game for your controller, forget about it. It's like it gets lost and it doesn't know what you're doing. So there's that. And there's good old shotgun looking out the window. Oh, I'm getting the poppies now. Okay. Come on. I might step away for a moment because I want to go grab my coffee. I know you all don't mind. I really am going to hate this because I have a feeling if I went and completed some quests, you know what it's going to do, don't you? I mean, I've got just about all my flowers harvested, right? Okay. Wow. I don't have a gas pump oh, yes, I do. I probably got to put one more down there. Oh, okay. Let's go grab my coffee. I shall be right back. Okay, I'm back. You know, it's not cold today, but feels kind of brisk. Yeah, I'm eating something, so if you, of course, I had to grab a snack. Oh, goody, goody, goody. Doing my geraniums. Yesterday, in the real world, I went out there and, I don't think they're weeds, but they probably are. So I have this planter, right? And I threw a bunch of seeds in it. Oh, goodness. How did I... Oh, because that was a quested row. So, what I did was, early spring, I put some seeds in there. And I'm like, you know, sometimes, you know, when you look at a picture and it shows you flowers or whatever, you know, you're trying to grow. So, finally they grew. But, they were kind of small. And then all of a sudden, just recently, there was these other ones they're yellow, that started coming out. Well, then all of a sudden, this stuff that looks like grass, which I don't think it is, I think it's a weed. So there I was last night. I'm like, oh no, you are not going to stay in this planter. I just pulled it out because I'm like, no, I'm not going to have that. No, 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 no. Now, where did I see? Okay. Okay, so I got to go back down here. Yeah, I might as well get some gas because you know me. There. There I go. So, and then there was, like, and when I was pulling out one, oh yeah, that came out really easy. And then when I was going for the second one, oh, man. So, I'm going to put some additive in there, so hopefully the weeds are gone and stuff. But I know that there's like a home thing that you can do, and you spray it on the weeded area where they got weeds, so you're not hurting the flowers. That's what I'm going to do next. I want to say it's like dish soap. I think I definitely know it's like 1 part dish soap. And I think, oh god, these royal blue poinsettias. I can't, you know, it's like I remember when I first got them. Oh my goodness. It would no fail, obviously, come up with the quest for them. And then when you finally did the quest, the next day they come up with more of them. Of those flowers. Did you ever notice that? And I had a little problem today. And, oops. And this isn't the first time this has happened. And I don't know. I have no idea why. Now today, one of the quest items that it needed was potatoes, right? And I don't know if any of you guys have ever had this happen or had this experience. I love the polar bear poinsettias, by the way. So, when I went over to my area where it says quest items only, well, for some silly reason, it would not let me plant those potatoes there, yet it would show you that they needed to be planted. So I'm like, okay, what's going on with this? So what I basically did was I went to the regular area where I could plant potatoes just to make sure it wasn't just me. And I went over there. Sure enough, I could plant the potatoes. But for the life of me, I could not figure out why it was not allowing me to plant them. But it let me plant them on the regular one. I'm like, okay, this is silly. Oh, my coffee's good today. Okay. She's done over the flowers, and she's done. I better go pay my workers, huh? Yep, I think it helps sometimes. Oh, yeah. They'll inspire them. I'm going to sell me a little lettuce. Why do I... Oh, the trees. I forgot all about them trees. 25. Yeah, that's not bad. I can do that. That's doable. What else? Berries, I can always... That's doable. Because I have lots of berry trees, so I can do that one. Peanuts I can do because I have no use for them. Oh, wait a minute. What? Oh. I love that. Come back later. Yeah. Goodness, I need some eggs and milk. Okay, milk is fine. We don't use the eggs for anything, so I'm not going to really fret over that. And by the way, I just did my machines this morning. And, you know, it still gets filled up. It's because of those trees. And, okay, so my spice is at 27,000. Okay, so I'm not going to rush into, you know, that kind of thing. So, let me go back here. I'm going to go to my second farm. See what's going on. I think I thought I... Maybe not. Maybe I didn't. But I thought I did. Nope. See, nothing's ready over there. And nothing's ready. Oh. I can go to... Wait a minute. Okay, so these chickens are not done. Alright. You know, and just like I said, I'm not going to go crazy and, you know, see, these are my Cerama Bantam chickens that are P6 now. And I only get 2 eggs. But see, there's only 140 of these chickens, so that's why I'm thinking, you know what, just when the event's over with, I will go and I will take this farm and I will recycle it because it won't be much work to do in this one, other than the animals. And the only fish that I'm going to put down here are the ones that we got through, you know, like whether it's a bundle or, you know, just a package deal. Because these fish here aren't normal ones. They're they're the newer ones, the newer one type fish. So, and I figure I'll just go that route and do that, you know. Because yeah, I don't have a lot of the chickens, and when you're playing with the 140, it's kind of like you're not going to get as much as you should. But there's that. Mr. Shotgun, you taking a little cat nap, I guess? He's taking his cat nap now. He's decided, I'm taking my nap. Leave me alone. Yeah, I've been looking through Steam, and honestly, I haven't found any game that kind of interests me. Because what I try to do is to see what, like what's on sale, and then they have a queue that they make up because of the games that you play, and I just wasn't impressed. So, and then they have the option. Well, what genre would you like to do? So I said, well, let's see what they got under building. They had some that were pretty decent. Other ones I really didn't care for. There's the corn again, right? And it will let me plant. Oops. It will let me plant regular corn, right? Because I want to try to get it, well, as close as I can. I want to get it to P10. And I really don't think it's necessary to put workers on them because, no. I mean, I could try it. I could try it just to see how good, bad, or indifferent they do. But on the flip side of the coin is that would mean I would have to be on that farm, and I'm not going to do that. I mean, to me, that's the fastest way to go, is when you do put workers on your crops. But just bear that in mind that, it's obviously not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time, even though, yes, they're fast and, things like that. It's just that you gotta kind of wait. So I don't know. I might do that just to get them to level 10, and then take the workers off. But I just don't want to put it on a farm that I don't spend a lot of time on, because honestly, I don't spend a lot of time on my third farm. I do not, because look what it has: fish and flowers. And obviously the pineapple trees too. And I did get them up to like 20,000 because before they were pretty low. So that's the other thing too. It just varies, you know what I mean? Like if you can get away with just doing, like, let's say for example your pineapple trees, you're better off, unless you want to pick another tree. But to me there was a lot of pineapple trees that you can do. Also, you can also do the berry trees, and and but again, I know I showed this to you. I want to do this, and it always wants me to do these, and I don't want to do that. And why isn't it that yellow one isn't there? It should be. I have to figure that out. I do have to work on getting my grapefruit thing because it was pretty low. And look at that. I used my garlic, and I think, did I even get it? No, no pigs, and I don't even think I got a chance to do the sheep. And see what I'm saying? So I don't know. My French bean is P5. So, it's just a matter of doing that. You know, maybe if I had it P10, yeah, would work. Let me see. Yeah, it's French bean. Gold pineapples down. Thank goodness I don't have to do any horses today. Though I don't mind if I... Well, yes, horses and donkeys. Yep. I mean, and I know that it will definitely, you know, and it's really funny is that those three, the three fruit ones, are constantly full, no matter what I do. Because like I use the machines, feed them, and everything else. And I don't want to overextend it to getting a bunch more machines. I just don't feel like doing that. Now let me see. What's it gonna let me do? Oh, I hate when it does this. See, soybean is this, but look at the price. So I do French bean. I'll do French bean. There's another one too besides the French bean. That's past P5. I use this other one, the purple one. Those are P5s, I think. Yeah. So I try to do this with you guys in mind that if you have a lower level farm, I try to bear in mind that, you know, you may not want to spend that much gold, and I get it. Who does? Who wants to spend a lot of gold? Not me, that's for sure. I use a lot of that to do my upgrading of my buildings. I like that water over there too. Oh, it's everything's gonna have to be moved. That I'm gonna hate. You see, when you look at my farm now, that whole left side isn't being used. But what I'm gonna basically do is, you know, move everything over, like, you know, and put more animals in, put more crops in, and go that route. I probably should show you, but I can't. I probably should show you what I did on my other farm so you can get an idea of how it's going to look. Because I think it's going to look pretty cool and it's going to work itself out all right. I think I put all the animals down. I think. Yes, I did. I put 250 animals down. And it actually worked out. It worked out pretty good. I just have to make sure. I have to check that farm because I don't want to put more down than I should. I'm pretty sure it was left at 250 or 252. Let me see. Is she? I bet she's. I got it set to private so no one can go there. I don't even know what. But I'll let you guys see it. Somehow, I think it's probably, like I said, it's probably set to private. And as much as I didn't want to, I finally finished the event on that account as well. I just can't believe, like, on that other account, I don't have those spooky trees. I was kind of like, wait a minute. Oh. So I had a lot of old and new stuff on that farm before I recycled it. So that's my fault. My bad. Because I haven't played that farm. You know, I haven't played that account in a long time. And then when I did was for the event. But like anything else, it's like I wanted to test it out, set it up, recycle it, and not worry about the rest. And that's what I do on that farm. Basically, is I test things out, do setups differently, to see how they work out, what I need. And that's the only reason why I have it, just to kind of do a setup. And I think she only has 2 farms, and that's it. And I thought to myself, maybe I'd want to recycle the first farm. Then I realized, no, I better not. Because it's got all those herb things. Oh, and that's another thing, ladies and gentlemen, in case you have a, quest items only. Look what happened to me. Yes, sirree, Bob, it does happen. Okay, where was I? Oh, no, I wasn't there. I was here, I think, somewhere. We'll find it. We'll find that spot. Oh, okay, cool. This'll work. And here I was trying to pay attention to my gas. Why me? Just because you're me. But, no, I think, like I said, the first idea I had about doing my first farm here is just kind of setting it up with the event items and hope that people will want to, harvest them. If they don't, that's fine too. I did have that set up once before and nobody touched them, really. They didn't. I even had poinsettias up in that farm. Nobody touched them. Except my friends when they'd come. They would do the poinsettias and stuff like that, but just nobody would come. And I used to get, a lot of visitors. Oh, spring. P3. That's a shame. I'll tell you something. When I play on my other account, I use my laptop. Oh, God, what a difference in the screen. So, I have not, what's the best way to describe it? I have not mastered doing dual screen at all. Jeez. I'm just not used to it. Come on. Oh, is that a different? No, it's the same grape. Oh, yeah, I can see the ticker moving on the leveling it up. Oh, slow as molasses. Well, it's sucking up my gas. Ooh. See, look at that. I should, but I don't. But I probably will after I do the recycle on this farm. I will do that. I'll put gas pumps on each end so that way I obviously will, especially when it's going to run, um, when it's going to be, they're going to be pretty long rows. So, yeah. And I can't, is it, maybe? No. I wonder how many of those quests I finished out. I have to look and see what my quests say. Um, Let me do this. Go over here. I'm gonna look at my quest. So, let me see the details. See, I finished. And now, basically, I'm working on getting, if you look on the bottom with the thumbs up. So, basically, I'm up to... Okay, I'm going to be working into 150, which gives you 50, 60, 7, and 100. So I don't have to worry too much about that. When? Oh, is it because it's done? This is weird. I see something. Fluffy Festival pin. Okay. Are you serious? I gotta do it again? Are you flippin' serious? Yes, I am. Well, you know what I'm gonna do, don't you? I'm gonna go to Farm 1. Oh, it's gonna make me cry. Okay, so now I've gotta run over here. I want to see if these ones are ready. Yeah, they are. That's one down and make this one here. Okay, okay, so the only ones I have to do basically right now are going to be the kitty Tinkerbells and zebras, right? And that's my code. B like in Bravo. F is in Frank. R is in Roger. B like in Bravo. That's my private. That's if you want to join. If you don't, that's fine too. But I gotta get this quest. I want to get this out of the way. I just did this earlier today. Let me get this done first. I'll get my zebras done. Again, for the umpteenth time. Maybe because I didn't do it last night. I don't know. But what I'm gonna do is, when I can... Bravo. Right. There's that food dish, which I thought was a cat bowl or something. Who knew? And I have no clue what it does other than, you go and fill it. But it's always full. Well, it appears to be full. Okay, so this one should be 600. And then it goes into the kitty Tinkerbells. Yes. I'm not going to do the machines only because they were already done. So this should be 600. Then I can stop eventually. 473. Okay. It's funny, I just did this earlier. So maybe, because I missed it last night, so maybe that's why. It's, okay, now I'm going to head up over there. I think it's number 6. No, it's not. Go figure. And see, if you look, the zebras aren't starving, but, they're getting what they need. And I'm going to get me some gas. Go over here. Okay. And I really apologize if my farm wasn't open past couple of days. I know some of you experienced that, you know, like when you think you're online and you're not. Because you can come to your screen and go, oh, what? You know, it'll say, you know, do you want to continue your game offline or do you want to, you know, obviously get out of your game? Because I could be doing something else and then, you know, watching TV, taking a nap, watching TV, you know, and then I'll come back and I'll find out that my farm has, you know, been disconnected. I'd be like, oh no. But it did hold up pretty good for the first I'd say first 4 or 5 days. It held up really good. Okay, so I'm on, which is close to, well, it doesn't matter really. Come on, baby, almost done, almost done. Yeah. See, now I got 50 extra favor for that, which is nice. See, and that's why, like I said, I don't want people feeling, you know, having any hard feelings if I go to your farm and say, hey, you know, I'll give you 20 minutes of my favor. That's it. You know, and the reason being is because I kind of feel like, and I'm sure others can understand this, is that when you reach that certain level, I mean, I know some of you saying, geez, I want to get to level 500 first. That's why, you know, if you want to level up really fast or faster to get more XP, definitely do flowers. There's no question in my mind about that. But I think when you reach a higher level like I am, I'm at 724, it's going to take me a little bit longer to get to 750, same as my farm, you know? So just kind of be aware of that. But I just don't want to hurt anybody's feelings by saying, well, I'll give you 20 minutes of my time because like I said, I have mentioned this, but I would like to just make my goal to be 1,000 only because like you all do it the same thing. It's almost like when you have favor, what do you do with it? You use it on your farm. Yes, you can go to other farms and you can use your favor to get XP, stuff like that. That's fine. But on the other side of the coin, when you have, let's say, hypothetically, when you have P5 stuff or even P10 that you can harvest, you're going to use that favor for that reason. Like, before this event started, I actually had at the time 900 and pretty close to 1,000 favor. But I used a lot of that favor mainly on my farm. And I did do it on a couple of farms as well. So don't feel like, you know, don't get upset if I don't use my favor. And I explained as to you why I don't. You know, I mean, unless, like I said, if I tell you I'll give you 20 minutes, that's fine. You know, I'll do that. That's doable for me. But I can't be doing it every time either. Every couple of days, I'm not going to go 20 minutes, 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be 20 minutes, and, you know, it's kind of like that's it. Because even in that 20 minutes time when I'm doing the farming, or harvesting, excuse me, when I do the harvesting, I'm not getting, it'll take me a little while for me to get the XP even though I have the favor. And, you know, there's that. And, you know, and I'm not trying to be mean. So now let me double check something. Because now that I know. Okay, BFRB. Hold on a second. BFRB. See, now I'm going to get my little helper. Here. She's gone to sleep or something. I don't know. Okay, exit. Yeah, I want to leave the current game. Join a farm. What does it say? Oh, use a code. BFRB. BFRB. Anytime today. And I'm going to escape out of this. And here I am. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, let me see. I think I left. This is so hard for me to see because I'm playing on my laptop, by the way, right now. Right at this very moment. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm playing on my laptop. And you can't see me. Okay, so now I have to go to the quest log, X the pin. Okay, here comes Silent Wolf. She's gonna do her thing and pray. Oh yeah, she gets the same thing. Yay. Now see her, you can't see her doing anything right now because obviously, but she's doing the zebras. Man. See, there she is. My partner in crime, Silent Wolf. I gotta be careful saying that word, huh? My partner in crime. You never know. Somebody might misunderstand that word. And we wouldn't want to have that happen now, would we? Good Lord. I'd probably have a bunch of people coming after me with pitchforks and torches and whatever. But you know what? I'm ready. I have a rocket launcher. I have shotgun. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I just looked at the thing, and she's, I wish you guys could see this, but that's okay. This is good. Okay, so now she is at 468 over 600. And she's close to that gas pump. Yeah. So let's get to the gas pump. Gas it up. There we go. And go down to this one. I know she's there somewhere. Oh, she's at the... Where is she? See? Oh, get some fish. Okay. Hello? Oh, no, what are you doing? I have no idea. That was weird. Aww. Okay. Okay. See? Let me see. What does this one do? Okay. What does that one do? Ah, she waves! Oh, man. Well, she's going to go back to whatever she was supposed to be. She's done with... No, she's not done with the zebras, so she's going back to the zebras. And actually, Silent Wolf is the one that tests... is on another account. But I use that, like I said, mainly to test things out, arrange things, stuff like that. And also, she's my secret shopper. Yeah. And let me tell you something. When she's out doing secretive things, you don't want to know. Oh, she got 20 Nice. Oh, no, so she's still got to do the zebra thing. And I think the zebra thing is still, I think it's 1200. I'm pretty sure it is. God bless those that are playing on their laptop. I don't know how you do it. I've had this laptop for a few years. And, it serves its purpose. And I put very, very, very little on my laptop. Um, so it's holding up pretty good on the wheat. Okay, I think it's 1200. Let me see. It's got to hit 1200. Come on, baby. It cannot be 1000. Okay, it is. Okay, the next one is Kitty Tinkerbells. Okay. Now I have to figure out where I left off at. Is it 5? Okay, guys, I apologize. If I'm driving you all crazy. Sorry. I'm just trying to finish this up. Okay, so one is done. Oh, so I gotta do the next one, which is Kitty Tinkerbells. Okay. Then she can run away. That's what I'm gonna have her do, is run away. Run away! And I actually bought, when I actually bought this, oh my gosh, probably, I want to say about a year ago. And she doesn't have all the, I didn't get any of the packages for her, no. And if I needed the house, like the only thing I've done is just use my main account to put the houses on her farm, and then then afterwards, like I guess I forgot the trees. I don't know. I forgot to put the bat trees down. So I mean, and that's about it, really. To be honest with you, it's just the bat trees. So there's that. But see, she's like I said, she's level 306. So, and I'm pretty sure it was, yeah, about a year ago, if that. And it just amazes me. It does. When you see people with, that started playing in 2025 and their level almost 1,000, and their level farms are almost 1,000, and it's just amazing, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? It's just amazing. But it's okay. It's all good. No, it's not, but it's all good. Play the game way you want. You bought it. You play it whichever way you want. God bless you in America. That's all I'm saying. You know, um, I'm not in a race with anyone. I'm not in any kind of competition with anyone. I just enjoy playing my game. Oh, okay, so she's almost done with that. Okay, so if she goes down to here, okay, so she can do, okay, this will work. I see, then she can go back to her farm. Not bad. Not bad. This is a Yeah. I think I might have gotten... I think I might have gotten the cyber bundle. I know there's a way to check it. Um, you can, it's like, I think when you exit out, you can look at downloads or something like that. When you exit out of the game, you can see it. I don't think it's in the actual, like if you were online and, well, you can be online, of course, but I think there's only one way you can physically see, like, what you have on, what you have as far as the DLCs and what you don't. Yeah. 1,400. You go, girl. Yay. I would like to put some prayers out there for people today and every day. But I want to put some prayers out for people that need them, whether you know it or not. You're just going to get my prayers and everybody else that says their prayers as well. Because, sometimes you're going through a tough time, and you need that prayer. You need to know that people are thinking about you, whether they know you or not. Um, it's just there. And, I firmly believe, you know, the thing is, our Lord, He knows what you're thinking. He knows He can hear you praying. And we're not talking about the ones that want to be a millionaire, because, that ain't going to happen. Um, but, our Father above, He hears you, and He sees you, and He's with you. And sometimes, guys, as you're going through life, um, you have to be a lot stronger than what you are. And sometimes these obstacles are placed in your way. And sometimes when they... Oh, God, 200. I can't even get that. Yeah, I hear you. But I just want to let you know that sometimes there are things in your way that, it's almost like a learning tool, because sometimes you can hear a story kind of similar to yours or not, and, find out that other person's going through a lot more than you, and you think, geez, oh God, at least I'm not going through that. Okay. But I'm just saying that sometimes I think, I mean, how else do you learn in life if there are no obstacles? And just kind of look at them as being obstacles and not something that, it's like, it's just there because it's just you. Don't take these obstacles that you run across in your life, don't take them personally. I think sometimes our Father, when He puts obstacles in our life, it's because we need to learn those things, because we just do. I mean, it is what it is, and that's that. It doesn't mean to give up. It just means get past it. It just means that, you have a little faith and you believe you can get through anything. That's what I firmly believe. Um, and believe you me, most of you know that I've had some obstacles in my life, and thank God He was there for me. And even though, yes, it was a struggle, but at the same time, He was there for me. So there's that. And, I'm happy for that. I'm going to exit out because they're done with that farm and they're done with this. So we're going to put this back. Oh, I'm doing pretty good there, Franny. How are you doing? But now I want to put the lastly part of my prayer out there for those that are caretakers. They do a lot of hard work, they do a lot of hard work, and they wear their heart in their sleeve. And whether it be, a loved one, a friend, someone or someone you don't know, well, of course you get to know them because, they need you. And whether you're working in a, facility or something like that, I want to put some really good prayers out there for you, because I know it's hard for you to like basically not have any feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's like you really feel for these people, especially if you're in the medical field and you're doing that kind of a job. Um, and you're giving those people their dignity and respect. And, and that is so important for all of us, not just somebody that's dying of cancer, not just somebody that's bedridden, not just somebody that, you basically have to take care of. Because we all need our dignity and respect. And to understand that a little bit better for you guys is when you go into the hospital or emergency room, or when you go to a doctor's office and the first thing the person says is, here, put this Johnny on, and it's not to be disrespectful towards you or to embarrass you or any of the above, even though you're going to sit there and go, oh man, I got to wear this Johnny. And you go, hey, can I have another one? To cover up your behind. Um, but it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? So try to understand that, like these caretakers, they do a really good job, and and they have to be thanked for that, and they have to have prayers put out there for them. I'm not saying first responders are not included. First responders, and we're talking, your doctors, your nurses, and your police and your fire. They do, and EMTs, they do a separate job than a caretaker. They also, yes, they do. They put their heart on their sleeve. But on the flip side of the coin is they're the ones, when you do go to the hospital and or get taken to the hospital, they're the ones that stabilize your body, that stabilize you. And here it is. And let's say, for example, tragically, if you got into an accident or something and they need to rip off your shirt or cut it off or so, you know what I'm saying? And they're the ones that try to make you feel comfortable. They will definitely probably have to help you get a Johnny on and things like that. So it's a totally different ballgame. But once they get you stabilized, and then you go home or to a nursing home or wherever you go, okay, those first responders, they don't take away your dignity and respect. They never do that. But I know sometimes for you guys, you sit there and feel embarrassed and whatnot. I mean, you know how embarrassing that is when you got to sit on a bedpan? Hello? It's really embarrassing because you sit there and you want to go and you're like, oh, no, no, I can't do that. No, no, no. But you know what? These people understand, just like caretakers, they understand. But the caretakers are kind of like left out in left field because those are the ones that will take care of you. And those are the ones, especially if it's long term or whatever, those are the ones that will take care of you. And they will not take away your dignity and respect. They will not do that. You know, they're there with you, for you, and to help you through your day. That's what they're there for. And again, like I said, they wear their heart on their sleeve. God bless them, they do. How they do it, it's like how I did it. I have no idea. I just, because when I used to do that, it was kind of like I would go in there, do my thing, and try to, say, hey, hi, Mrs. Jones. How you doing today? I'd always try to be bubbly and happy and, joking around, even though with the grumpy ones, they were even the worst. But I mean, I would always try to put it out there to be positive, because they need that. They need to know that things are going to be okay. And I know that the worst ones are the ones that are dying. And that, I'll tell you something, is the most heart wrenching thing, especially when you're taking care of that person. It's heart wrenching. Um, but you do what you got to do in the most kindest, sweetest way that you can do. And you wear your heart on your sleeve. And God blesses you for that. He really does. So there's my prayer for today. But I love you guys. I really do. And, God bless you all. And thank you so much for saying them prayers with me. It does help. It helps everybody that needs them. It really does. Even my lurkers that I love so dearly. You know what I'm saying, guys. Lurkers are the best because once in a while they come out and say hello and then you never see them again. Well, you do, but you don't see them like come in physically and, say things. How did I do that? Oh, wait a second. That was weird. Okay, get on the bench. Right, right. Did you guys not see this? Watch this. I'm going to hit A for her to jump out, right? Oh, cut it out. Here, let's do it this. Wait, no. No, I can't get her to do it again. She just jumped over the stupid thing. Oh, wow. See, this is cool. I really like this with the zebras or any animal at that matter. So I'm definitely going to have to put an animal of some sort over here that can kind of free roam and, do their thing. Yep. Oh. Yeah, Franny. You can sit at the bar and, oh yeah, every little thing that you have, well, mostly. Oh, I bet you didn't, maybe, wait a minute. Now I'm thinking, what, it would probably be, oh yeah, Fran, trust you me. When anything that you get decoration-wise, let's just go to the decoration to be a little easier. Um, da, 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 da. This one here, the rustic water tower. Um, the rustic water tower, by the way, if you just hit A or whatever you're using to for your controller or your mouse, whatever. So if you hit A, like the action button, it will. I'm not kidding. If you stood underneath it, it will be like a shower of water coming down. Oh, this one. I think this one does water. This is a bell ringer. The trucks. Again, they beep beep their horns. Your animals go in these. What else was there? Um. Oh, I have to go indoors for that. That's right too. Yeah, like here's your benches. These are all your benches. You can sit at any one of them, including the bar. You could sit there too. I love this swing if you get a chance, if you have it. The swing. Okay, now when you sit in it, there's a little swing thing, majiggy. And this is your archery target. If you hit A, it throws arrows at the target. And I well not on my other well actually it's been recycled into something different now. But basically what I do is I put a little scarecrow in front of the archery thing, so people can kind of like walk up to it. Yeah. And then of course this is your lighthouse. Now it doesn't make any sounds or anything, but like you and I could go up in the lighthouse together. I don't know how many people can do it, but at a time. But I do know that 2 people at least can go there. And all your little balls, the football, beach ball, those things they move. This one does too, but that's for your train stuff. Trying to think. Oh, no, 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 no. I love the hats. I wish they would come out with just a plain hat, because this is the thing. This is the St. Patty's Day one, and that's their anniversary one. But let me see. There was one more. I think it's a house thing. That's probably why I'm messing up here. And you sleigh, 2 people, 1 people. And this is a romantic gazebo. It's basically the same as the other gazebo. You can sit in the gazebos, and your swings. Anything that, kind of makes sense, like your swings. Oh, wait a minute. There was something about that harp. I think it did make a sound. I'm not sure. Now I have to go back and check it. But a lot of your stuff will make a sound. Let me see. And here, like here, you can lay down. You can lay down here. Either one. And by the way, Franny, see how it's got like 2 sides? Okay. So it'll put you in. This basically makes you're going to be in two positions. One like sleeping on your side, and the other one sleeping on your back. Same thing with the beach towels. I don't know what this does. You know what? I didn't get that. I mean, I did get it, but I never put it up to find out, does it do anything? Maybe it swings? I have no idea. And then there's the picnic table. Picnic table? Okay, so then there's a picnic table with a cake. I've never posted this out, so, your guess is as good as mine. Oh, I bet you this outdoor shower does water. So yeah, try stuff on your farm that you know are decorations from the outside. Okay? Because a lot of them will make sounds. I think the birdhouse still makes sounds because I remember from the last from Farm Together one it did. And this is the balls. I have that. And even if you hit A and you're not in the middle of it, those balls will just move around. And there again, there's your beach bar, and you can do it different colors. Meadow, no. These are all your swings. And like, see this, the frosty tent? Anything that's a tent you can go inside of, by the way. Now, I didn't hear this, by the way, Ace, because I think you said that this one here makes a sound, and I really didn't hear it, but that's me. But this is a Cyber Pack, and it does make some sort of a sound. Honestly, I don't know what sound it makes. But let me show you this, hopefully. It's probably not going to be. Because see, oh no, maybe it is going to be there. I hope. Don't ask me what house. Yes, it is. It's this house. Okay, for example, Franny. Oh, I can't get to it. Oh, goodness. Okay, you see the phone over here? Okay, I got one in my office. Step into my office. Okay, this doesn't do anything with the computer, but if you walk up to the phone, you see that with the notes? The phone rings! I love it. Now see, the red phone is my special phone. And then this one here is just the regular phone. And you can make your computers however you want them. And I think this is like the biggest couch that they have. So, when I'm at home, my TV at home is a lot bigger. So when I'm at home, I'm usually at this end of the couch, like that, and I have my feet up, and I fall asleep. And I'm watching TV, I'm watching my shows from Hulu. And the thing is, I sit there and I start watching my shows that I binge on. And what's really funny is that when I watch my shows, I usually end up falling asleep within 15 to 20 minutes. So I take my nap. And by the time I wake up, I think I probably have missed, I don't know, 3 episodes, maybe more. I don't know. But this doesn't do... Oh, nope, this ain't gonna do nothing. Okay, so, yeah, definitely go exploring some of your things that you have in your house. Obviously, this one's not done yet, and I don't know what I want to do with it. I honestly don't. And every little thing in here, Oh, wait a minute. I think a refrigerator door opens. I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does. Oh my goodness, where did that come from? Ooh. So, okay. So now I like this, the sandwich maker. The kettle. Oh, I like that. Portable radiator. No, I don't do portable radiators. And there's your microwave. And you can make it different colors. And then there's your dishwasher. You know what? I have a dishwasher in my house, but I don't use it. Honest to God, I don't. And the reason why I don't is because it uses too much electricity. I like to wash my dishes by hand, so that's me. I'm old school, sorry. And I think it's either this one or maybe that one. It's one, maybe both of them do. The refrigerator's open, and they do have a variant. Ooh, blue. That's blue, huh? Okay. Oh, these are dark colors. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of things that I don't use only because I just don't. I don't. As a kid growing up, we didn't have all those fin dangly things. I think my mom bought a microwave, and you know what? I took me a long time to finally break down and buy a microwave. When my kids were teenagers, I think. And I think that's the only time I had a microwave. Yeah, I do the same thing. I do my dishes by hand. I mean, that's just me. Um, I don't know. I don't because well, maybe people don't do it anymore. I don't know. But here's the thing, right? Um, I remember a long time ago I lived in this place and it had a dishwasher and stuff like that. Here's the thing. You have first of all, you have to rinse the dishes off, right? Supposedly. Or trust in your dishwasher to get those dishes clean. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. So I just wash my dishes by hand and I'm good to go. You know, um, just like a microwave. I'll tell you, this is to be honest. When I make a cup of tea, I'm sorry, I'm old school. I will never do it. Um, when I have a cup of tea, for example, oh, oh, so you have to hit A. Alrighty then. Um, I like to use my teapot, put it up on the stove and boil my water. Yeah, I know. I could probably get hot water within what, 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, or whatever. But it's just not the same. And I've had people say, "Well, you can get steaming hot water," but you know what? It's not the same. I think because here's the thing. Um, when a person wants to clean out their microwave, I've often heard people say, "Yeah, you just put a glass of water in there and just let it go in there for like a minute or two." Okay. So if you're cleaning your microwave by putting little water in, a glass of water or whatever, a cup of water in your microwave, right? Where do you think all those strange things that it's cleaning goes to? Your cup, maybe? Yeah. Okay. So that's my theory. I mean, I could be dead wrong, but that's it. Now here's the truck. It only beeps it beeps when you hit it. So yeah, I'm just old school, Frenny. Sorry, I'm just old school. Yeah, like I said, it took me a long time to break down and get a microwave, and the only reason I think behind getting a microwave, yeah, was with my kids. They wanted, like they wanted to make their ramen noodles or some stupid thing like that, to heat something up, and there was that was that, so that is the only reason why I did that, and they're cheap enough anyway, so you know. But I had no need for no dishwasher, absolutely no need, and we have one, and we have this big gaudy microwave because I live in a mobile home, and the way they have it set up, you get your stove and your microwave and your refrigerator and all that sort of stuff. First of all, the microwave is a big, ugly, gaudy looking thing that just sucks up a lot of stuff. Well, yeah, see, so well, I'm not really sorry, but I mean, I don't know. It's that I mean, I guess like you probably then, I don't I kind of because when people see me doing things, they're like, "Well, you could do this." Yeah, I know that, but I prefer to do it this way. And I don't have my children at home anymore. They're all old and grown, having their own thing, you know. I remember the first time my youngest, they when they was where they lived at, he says, "Hey ma, you know what I bought?" They bought a washer and dryer. I'm like, okay. Oh no, but it's got Bluetooth. And I just looked at him. I goes, Bluetooth? Oh Lord, have mercy. Bluetooth washer and dryer. Why? I mean, I guess he just wanted to be a little modernized, I guess. I don't know. But I mean, I just sort of, I mean, I mean, and here's the thing too, like when I wash my clothes and stuff, and you put your fabric softener in, I usually wait, like the 15 minutes. He says, well, Mom, you could put that in that little side thing. I says, no, I like to physically put my fabric softener in myself. Thank you. Yeah. I'm not a trusting soul. Just not. And you're right. It does. It works. I mean, when you do things, to me, when you do things old school, you're absolutely right. It works for me. I don't care what anybody else says. Oh, you can put it in the microwave. Yep, you can. You can do that all night and day. But my only thing is, when you put, even to warm up your coffee, tea, not so much. Coffee people do it all the time. And they have a cover on it. But I'm still thinking in the back of my mind, I've heard people say, yeah, just use a glass of water, put it in the microwave, and let it run for, a couple of minutes and it'll clean. So I'm like, okay. So, because I usually, before in the past, with the microwave, I would just, use a damp cloth, clean it out and everything else. That's the way I would do things. But when I kind of had to think about that when I was told that, I'm like, well, wait a second. If you're putting your cup in there, right? Isn't it, I mean, what is it? Isn't it accumulating something in your water that you don't see yet? Yeah. So I kind of stay away from that stuff. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm just not. And I never will be. I like being old school. And, even though I have a dryer, um, and, when I, wash and dry my clothes, basically what I do is I usually hang it up in the house. That's all I do. And if it's a nice day out, I'll hang it outside. But that's me. That's just me. I'm sorry. It's just me. I like clothes to smell nice and fresh. And yes, I've used fabric softener, but I just love that freshness. I do. I love the freshness. So how's your farm coming along, Fran? I'm kind of curious now. I want to visit your farm. I want to see how you got it set up. And I hope you didn't buy the ticket shop. Just don't buy it. Don't buy that ticket shop. It's not worth it. Oh, I suppose I should make my farm public, huh? In case people want to come here and do whatever. But I sure is curious what your farm looks like. What you got going on. And also how your trees are doing. With because I remember you had 2 workers. And if you could have possibly have added 2 more for your spice trees, I'm just kind of curious how that's working for you. Have you seen a big difference? 10 days. Unbelievable. I ain't going there. Well, I seen some questionable farms, and I've even seen people put some questionable photos up about their farm and how they, let me see, how they prestige certain minerals and things like that. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, nice. That is so good. See, I am so proud of you. I told you. Yeah, I mean, look at this. I just did my machines earlier, and I still have full apples, pears, and lemons. Even if I went to the shop and traded some in, they would be full again. Absolutely full again. As well as, see, my spice, now I cleared it out. It's going to be full again. And you do get the most out of, well, to level, well, see, okay, when you're trying to level up your farm, for example, obviously you have to work on your farm, because when you go to somebody else's farm, your farm is not going to gain any XP. The other person will. Their farm will, but not you. You, on the other hand, your character will gain XP. That is the difference. But now, in order to level yourself up, um, and your farm, it's when you have to work on your own farm personally. You know, that's where that comes into play. Ooh, and I don't. Oh, good. I don't need to do that. Yay! I'm filling up. Let's see. And because I don't have any peanut butter machines, I get plenty of peanuts, and again, I go in to cash them. You know, I mean, and whereas your farm is low level, I honestly would not suggest you getting a peanut butter factory or whatever. I wouldn't suggest it. And the only reason why I say that is because, let's say you even have one peanut butter factory. By the time you let's say get it to level 100, it's going to ask you for 900 peanuts each time. Um, and the thing is, when you look at the peanuts, that like it's not all four seasons. It doesn't accent each other. Um, and the only thing that you can do again, of course, is to go back to your trees. That's the way to go. Um, I can't believe someone would even have the audacity to say that. Level 210 days. Yeah. Okay. What are they doing? Oh, good Lord. Look at me. I've been playing since, well, actually, technically, can I feed your brother a snack? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, when my brother comes to my house, he gets his snacks. He eats my cookies. And I'd be like, Jim, what are you doing? Because what he does is he stays up late. Sometimes he would stay up late, sometimes, watching TV. And of course, he's got to go out to the kitchen. And of course, he's got to go eat my cookies. I'd be like, okay. I'll replace them. Yeah, mm-hmm. Sure. Yep. That's great that I got the wheat there. See, I've been doing the wheat all day, all morning with them. Uh-oh. It's going to reach the cap, isn't it? but that's okay. What is it? 44, 5, 6. Okay, so it's got to go 45, 60, 680. 45, 680. Okay. Well, maybe. Okay. I'm going to scoot over because, see, I'm on private. So I'm going to scoot over to farm 2 and show you something. Because now I can do it. And I know that there's nothing ready. Hold on a minute. Oh, what was that? Oh, the pineapples. Wow. Those usually I thought took a long time. Okay, so they don't. Well, they do. But I planted this early today. So maybe that's why. This, I know the commons finish is going to be tomorrow. Where is it? Oh, okay. Ooh, those are ready too. See, I planted those and then I realized, I said, what am I doing this for? I could have got them right from my first farm, but nope, I just planted them. I didn't even pay attention to how many. Like, you know, the thing. Okay, I'm going to stop for a minute here. I'm going to unpin the fluffy thing because I'm already done with that, so I'm not going to leave that on my screen. More pineapples over there. Wow. I don't think there was anything else that I had to do. Yep, see, this quest won't be done until tomorrow. Or tonight. I don't know. It's at 8 hours, so it depends. I'm just going to get these out of the way. What the heck? I'll get tea bags out of the deal. Oh, and to prestige that the herbs are expensive. Hey, good afternoon, Dee. How you been today? Here we go. See, there's my lonely bench. I'm going to double check something. Oh, those are 24 hours, so I'm not going to worry about those. Those can be every season, any season. Let's go over here and finish this pineapple. For some reason, I thought pineapple was, well, no, it would make sense because I think if it was a 4-hour thing or longer, it would be, yeah. So that sounds about right, I guess. Let's get, oh, come on. 400. Oh, nice. This must have been the ones that they just kind of threw in and said, oh, yeah, let's do this. Okay. Two my tomatoes over here. I try to fill it in, you know, in the little areas and the little gap areas just before I want to do a whole row. I try to keep that in check. I've been doing good. I've been doing real good. It's not too cold today and it's not too hot. The weather is actually very nice and cool. as they say. Nice cool day. Though I know we need water. Okay, 273. And these will be ready in what, 30 minutes? No, actually, that's a little over than 30 minutes, I think. Okay, I don't believe... Flower? Oh, that's a flower. Okay, so I'm going to go back to 4 for a moment. I'm just curious about something with the pineapple. And that was... Okay, so all of that's planted, right? Pineapples down here. Oh. Well, how come I didn't... Oh, I gotta look at my quest again. I think okay. Yeah, golden pine... Oh, 6... Oh, okay, so it's 3 hours. All right, watered. Gotta look back at my quests again, because apparently I got new ones that I don't know about. Oh. Unpin. I already did the celery and that. Okay. Pin that up. I did that. Crimson grapes, pin. Pink peppercorn, I did. Oh, okay, so I'm pretty good. And crimson. Are those, Oh, well, they both fall. Not bad. Not bad. Now, see, I'm gonna... Oh, my pigs are ready again? I'll take that. Yeah, you know, and I'm gonna do it again because I think I only had... Am I seeing my cows and stuff? So I think we're gonna end. What I'm gonna end up doing too is instead of like, because some of them I just did like 2 rows of like corn, for example. I did 3 with those, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extend it to 3 rows instead of 2, only because we'll see how I go from there. But let me look. Let me look. Pigs. Yeah. Ew. 20,000. If I do those sheep again, I know I'm gonna go really drop it on my garlic. Oh, he's P5 right now, is it? Yes, he is. So at least from one pig, he's a P5, and I get 2 mushrooms. Now, if I went and used favor on him, I would get 4 mushrooms total. See, so that's why, like, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm being selfish with my favor, especially if it runs over 1,000, which I hope it does this time around too. But I want to be able to get them to, even if you did favor on a pig that's giving you 1, you still get another one, which would be 2. But in the case with these guys, I'd get 4. So and like I said, and I could care less about the XP. I really could. I don't care about it. Oh gosh. You know, I know if I do this, it's going to ask me for a quest to do them. And then I have to wait 2 days. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here. Okay, let's do my donkeys first because, you know, they're the wheat ones. And we'll do the horses last. But now let's see. So not bad. I mean, my wheat was full, but you see what I'm saying? So they took a little bit over 3,000 wheat. But again, I don't have 200 or 250 animals of each. I only have 144. So that makes a world of difference. So my guess is if I have more than what I got now, which it kind of, in a way, it'll be 100 of each animal more. Yeah, it's going to eat up, eat up the wheat. It will, just like the horses do with the apples. Oh my God, do they eat them? Oh, I missed that row of donkeys. Oh, I hate when I do that. And yep, you get horseshoes, which again, with the horseshoes, you do get, you can get ribbons. You can get ribbons from the donkeys every 1 day, but now when it comes to the horses, it's over 2 days. So, there's that. And when they release the other 5 zebras, I mean, unless they're just gonna just give us 1 zebra, which is fine too. But if they release 5 zebras, gosh, we're gonna have to find another spot for them, right? Yeah. Plus, they eat wheat. And as you know, everybody plays different. They all, we all do. I just try to play my farm like, to help other people that are with lower level farms. Because there is no competition here, and don't let anybody tell you different. It's just to help. And let's say hypothetically you guys want to put 200 horses down or 200 or whatever animal down of all, then, have at it. But at least I kind of feel that at the rate that I do 144 and I was doing a bit lower amounts of, did I finish them all? Okay. Yeah, I did. Okay. So now I'm going to do the horses, right? They're going to ask for a quest. Okay. So I'm at 45,000 apples. Watch the drop. Whoa. It dropped down, but slightly. I promise you, if it was 250 horses, it would drop down quite a lot. At least by 10,000. So, yeah, there's that. And I wouldn't recommend prestiging all your horses at once, or even like the donkeys. Because you gotta be very careful with that, because see, that's what happens when you go prestige crazy on everything. You really can lose a lot of your gold and things like that. You can, and it's kind of crappy because you don't realize it until after the fact. I want to say it was that horse right there, but let's see. I think it was, and I can't think of the name of the horse. Now, see, if I looked at the ticker and said, "Oh, this is leveling up fast," guess what? It's technically not. The reason why it looks like it's leveling up fast is because it's below level 15. But eventually they start slowing down. They do. I did go a little crazy prestiging my horses because, which I didn't pay attention to, but I wanted to see which ones would, would gain XP faster than the other ones. And money wise, that's another thing too, what they yield. I mean, some of the horses are, even the donkeys. There's some of them are slower to level than the others. It just depends. Almost like it has like a line that says, well, once it hits level 50 or 60, that's when you're going to see it slow down. And I think during the 2 days or more with the horses, it's kind of like you have to feed them two separate times, and it's totally up to you, you know. But I'll know once the event's over with. I'm gonna swap this farm out to be with 250 animals each. We'll see. Yeah, it was these guys right here. The whole. I want to say it was the Holstein cow horses. Let me just see something. No, maybe it was. I think it was the Holstein. You get 16,000 for them. See, and that's the other thing, guys, you should pay attention to a little bit. In case you go from, let's say, 144 to, let's say, 200 horses. Just pay attention a little bit to what they yield. You know how much gold you can get from them. Because, like, the American quarter, he only gives you 5,000, yet you pay 22,000. See, I mean, obviously, like, these are your first horses that you get. And obviously, the most expensive ones were going to yield a little better. And I really hope in the upcoming days of when we get the other zebras, I just hope it gets a little better. Now, see, these here, I think they eat pineapple. Yeah. And see, now, if I went and got favor, used my favor on these guys, I would get more diamonds. At least these are 3.5 hours. The unicorn. And the reason why I'm getting the 5 diamonds is because they're prestige up to 5. I have no idea what they get at level 10. I'm sure it's probably not going to be much more then. I still can't understand this. See, they don't give you... The llamas don't give you wool. They do not. Even though it drops the wool, which is funny. But at least you get diamonds, and at least you get the confetti, which is helpful. But see, when I look at them, where are they? They're probably on the bottom. Yeah. Alpacas. See, the pastel llama, it does not show you that they drop wool. They don't. Even though it looks like they're giving you wool. Don't be fooled. Because you're sitting there going, oh, I'm getting all this wool. And you're not getting horseshoes, obviously. You're just getting diamonds and confetti. That's what you get from them. And you can see it, too, on your screen when you're playing what you're technically getting. See, here's the rainbows. And what? I'm still getting... Okay, so I'm getting 10 diamonds. And these guys, they also eat pineapple. So that's why I've got all my pineapple trees in one place. Um, I know that those rabbits over there are P10s, so I'll show you that. Um, oh crap. Crap, crap, crap. Let me look. Oh no. Wait a minute. Okay, that one. Okay, fall. All right, I had to double check something. I was like, what? So, fall. Okay. Now these ones here, the Easter rabbits, I have them at P10. I am not using any favor to double it or whatever. But I get, you know, and someone told me, oh, you get X amount of diamonds for P10s. I'm like, oh, really? Well, I got mine to P10, and they only give me 8 diamonds. So I don't know what their deal is with that. And they're the ones that'll eat the berries, of course, just like the regular bunny rabbits. But I also get 3 confetti. Now, if I went and used my favor, I would get 9, 10. I'd get 10 more. Excuse me. No. I'd get 2 more. Sorry. See? And the corn's ready again. And these guys will finish up the apples. See, that's what that's why I'm kind of glad that I had, you know, that they opened up the thing and, you know, I can just go ahead and, you know, they're over here doing not doing the regular ones, doing all the berry trees and leveling them up. And peanut trees, the same thing. But these aren't the special ones. These are just the plain, ordinary. I think these are mostly all one season. They're not two. See, so that's what I like about it. Not bad. Now that I got all of that done, look at that, farm 3. Oh, God, that's devastating. And I do have a quest for flowers, and I know they're not ready. I just realized that. Yep, see? 4. I think it's this. I think it's California poppies. Let's say in a minute. Let me find out which one it is available. I guess not. Oh, no, it's these ones here. I love these flowers. Lauren's great puppy. So I can't do anything here for another 3 hours or 2 hours. But, you know, it is like that. And again, like I said, again, if you water them, the only thing it does is going to increase the yield of what you get for them. It doesn't make these flowers grow any faster. 60, wow, 65. Okay, now I'm back here to this lovely place. And see, like, I've got 2 of my main spice trees on the far left top. I don't know if you can see them or not. And I mean, these are all actually your main ones that I've been using for, you know, the apples and the lemons and the pears. And so far, it's worked fine. It really has. think I'm going to go get me a little bite to eat, ladies and gentlemen. Call it a day until tomorrow. And I do appreciate y'all being here for sure. Um, it's and watching and things like that. I do appreciate that very much, and I'm glad you're here. I mean, at least you're here. And again, if you have any comments or questions, please let me know, and I'll be happy to get back to you on it. And I do put them up on my YouTube channel. So again, I hope you'll have a blessed day. I love my lurkers. You have a wonderful day, lurkers, lurking around. So with that, God bless and have a blessed day. And again, take care and be well. And I love you guys. Take care.